So, could you talk about the origin of the film?
Well, in 2011, I read an article with a Danish officer going on his second term to Afghanistan, and he spoke of not being afraid of getting killed in war, but being afraid of getting prosecuted when he got back home because of the complexity of the rules of engagement. And that was for me the starting point for the story, to try to understand the complexity of this. And it was an angle and a way in to a story that I hadn't seen before.
And then you started doing research, both at home and abroad?
Yeah, I would start on many levels. I would start to, of course, talk to soldiers about experiences in Afghanistan. I started to talk to the prosecutor from the Danish military and a defense lawyer who had been against him in a trial. And they would, together with me, start to develop a dilemma that could lead to a trial. And I would talk to relatives, and I would talk to Afghan refugees, and try to figure out small elements from the realities of all these people, and using those elements to build this story.
Have there been many cases like this in Denmark?
There's been some, and the thing is that it's not until recently that the conflict is over and the Danish soldiers has left Afghanistan, and I'm not sure that we are looking. Maybe we haven't seen them all yet, but there has been some.
And the film is very interesting. I mean, we're not going to talk here about how it ends, but moral dilemmas it puts there. I mean, basically, what is it right to sort of kill innocent people to save your own soldiers? It's very interesting.
Yeah, and is it right to lie about it?
Yeah.
And is it right to not save your own man? And is it right to refuse to invite these refugee Afghan families inside the camp? And there's so many questions raised, and it's up for me. The most important thing was that it was questions that was impossible to answer. There's no right or wrong. There's something in between, and that's an interesting field to be in, because that confronts your humanity and your self-image. And in Scandinavia we have a somewhat arrogant self-image. We do believe that we are better. We do believe that we have found the right way of life, and in many ways that makes us very judgmental, and we need to confront that.
No, but I mean, when you shoot a scene of war, there is with action, etc., there is something exciting in it for the audience. So try to keep that down to make that this is not to be exciting. This is meant to be horrific instead.
Yeah, I understand. There's always the risk when you do films that you will demonize or romanize, make a romantic image of the crazy action of war. And the truth of it is that violence is very ugly, very brutal, and awful. And we try to be as honest as possible about that in the way we portrayed.
Her 6-0. Fik du vismidlen? Og 2-5, her 6-0.
Godt, mand!
Jeg har det fint. Du kan glæde dig til at komme hjem til det der røverunger, mand.
아프간に派兵されたデンマーク軍の部隊長クラウス
Efter den morgen med Anders, var ikke meningen, at jeg skulle stå der. Jeg kan ikke bruge sindskyld.
極限の状況下で決断の時は迫っていた
Det jeg siger, det er bare, opgaverne giver efterhånden ikke nogen mening.
Jeg ved godt, at I går mange patruljer for tiden, at jeg trækker hårdt på jer. Men det er simpelthen fordi, at vi har momentum i øjeblikket.
Og ikke lufter det, medmindre vi har PRD. Tom, de skal være helt sikre.
Så sig jeg ved, hvem der er derinde!
Jeg skal oplyse dig om, at du er sigtet for at have bombet et civilt mål, og derved forårsaget 11 civiles død.
Men du ved stadigvæk, hvem der befinder sig i Compound 6?
Jeg får en melding om, at fjenden befinder sig derinde, og det er det, jeg reagerer på.
Ved du også, at der er kvinder og børn?
Jeg kan ikke sidde nu. Det var mit ansvar, og det må jeg jo tage konsekvensen af. Det var mig, der smed en bombe. Det var min beslutning.
Det kan godt være, du har slået 8 børn ihjel. Du har 3 levende herhjemme. Undskyld.
Far, er det rigtigt, du har slået børn ihjel?
戦争とは何か、命の重みとは何か。戦地と法廷を舞台に人間の本質に迫るヒューマンドラマの傑作「ある戦争」。